Okay, good. There we go. Okay. Last we left off, you guys chose to set up the village by the river, in the center of the map. Let me move the big ass pirate lizard, not pirate captain. Just northeast of Nosebleed Forest. A pretty out of all the areas, the most like livable. But the least on obvious riches. There's iron in the area, and which is somewhat easy to find. Not really worth a lot, but it helps build a town. And gold up the river somewhere. You can pan it, but the real money would come in actually like mining up the river and finding the mother lodes. The town gets built up. There's just two buildings. They brought enough lumber with them to set up a basic building, because they didn't know where the settlement would be. Luckily, you guys do have trees in the immediate area for future expansion, but you want really big trees, you'd have to go and take some from the Nosebleed Forest. Just something to consider in the future. But for now, enough to set up two buildings. One's a general. It's partially warehouse, partially like sleeping closets for who want privacy. The world of D&D is not safe enough where it's a good idea to sleep outside if you have the option. There's not a huge amount of people, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus 7. Yeah, 13 of the original crew. Is it 7 dwarves? Yeah, 7 dwarves. So 13 of the original crew, and they also sent 5 additional other people to help start the settlement up. People who weren't really like going to be good for exploring, but now you have a home base, so they can actually like set up and use their skills. Among them is a couple. It is a bugbear who is skilled blacksmith, and a furbolg who is a druid, and the furbolg druid is a he, and he is especially skilled at working with wood. He can shape wood in a way similar to a blacksmith can forge steel, and encourage growth and help crops and stuff like that. Also, there are 2 older human men, both of them very strong. They have already introduced themselves as Bill and Ted. They are I like the names. They are shepherds as well as woodsmen, just generally skilled. Generally skilled enough. They can also just chop wood and stuff like that, and they have several goats that they brought with them. They can also hunt decently enough. They're not set for combat though, unless they need to defend their lives. They're not going to be, going along with you guys. They're not paid for that shit. And then the last.
Sorry, Cam. Go on. I was going to make a dumb joke. No, it was a bad comment.
That's fine. And then the last person is a race. Hold on. Didn't have her race set up. Yeah, this is right.
Celestial.
No. A shorter lady, somewhat older in the years, about 5 foot tall. You know from looking at her that she has tusks and she has gray skin. She is a alchemist. She is a healer. She is a general, just helpful person to have around. She seems to be a very intelligent person as well. You have to have a crazy lady. Every village needs a crazy lady. Goes by witch.
She goes by witch.
She goes by witch. That's her
All right.
name. Or her title. You don't know.
Maybe both. All right. I'm sure
what was the
only go well.
wolf's name?
Sure. I'll type these in, make it easy. Okay. You have the Furbolg, name of Czar. And you have Erdov. Sorry. Erdov, female, bugbear, blacksmith.
Okay.
Czar and Erdov are married. Bill and Ted are brothers, and Witch is just doing her thing.
She's a witch, and she witches. Right?
Yeah.
I love it. Very descriptive.
I mean, okay, witch is witch. Like
no, I know
witch
what you mean.
Yeah,
I meant like by a name.
things.
It's all there on the tin.
It's like a blacksmith named Smith. There is a connection. It takes several days of setting up the two houses. They do it in 2-day. Well, the dwarves are there. It takes about a day in order to set up the first house, and this is another day to set up the second building. How to say? And then, where are my character sheets? Pharaoh Woodear takes command of the village and is sort of setting up people's responsibilities, general guidelines. Always be with a buddy. Don't ever go outside the town without a buddy. And that they don't quite know the area too well, so be careful of any sort of danger. Stay out of tall grass. Stay out of wood trees. Don't go into nosebleed forest unless you have to. Talk to them first. And just sort of gets the town, not even town, whatever's smaller than a village.
Hamlet.
Thank you, Hamlet, working. And there's a couple of goats grazing there and all that, and blacksmiths set up their tools and stuff like that. Okay. And the dwarves all together, once the hamlet is set up, the dwarves, or Durgar, head upriver to try to find where the gold is coming from. How far up river the gold's coming from? Is there anything you guys want to do for the next couple of days? Help with anything in particular, or adventure at look around the area, or craft, or
I think Hallie might spend some time using the second bunch of healing potion ingredients to make.
Yeah, sure. There's enough time passes. There's enough time passes. You're able to finish it.
Thank you. Yeah. Apart from that, he's going to be helping out around the place.
Okay, sounds good.
Scram.
I was going to ask what you do.
So, if there's a building up and she can get some like a little bit moments of privacy or some time to themselves, she's going to try and look into at least one of those scrolls. Because I couldn't do it before because the wind it was too fragile just to even be out in the open air. But if there's a hard building now,
there's a hard building. There is it is a a rectangular building. The middle area is storage. There's firewood, piles of firewood, rudimentary, not even boxes, but like shelves. People put food stores, stuff like that. Off the sides, though, there are 4 sleeping areas, and they are very small. You have the twice the size of a bunk bed, basically. So you don't have room for like a bed, and then just stand up in that room, and then leave that room, and nothing else. But it's enough, it's enough protection for the wild to have quiet from other people and animals and wind and rain and all that. You just work on your stuff. Now, how many scrolls did I say you had? Was it 5?
I have 6. I don't know if I'll be able to get through all of them in this time frame, but
well, a couple of days. They're in really rough shape.
Yeah, I'm not rushing this at all. So if it's going to take me a bit of extra time to do it safely,
let's take this one at a time. Okay.
Yep.
Let's work off one scroll.
Sure.
How do you want to go about doing this? So they're each in a metal canister, a sheath, I guess is what it's called, and it's sealed. They have a rune on them, but you can't quite tell what language is. It might just be like a personal icon. Magic users kind of paranoid sometimes, and they'll create their own like languages and like shorthand for stuff. So you can't quite tell what it is from that. How would you like to go about doing this?
I mean, I'm assuming I'm able to open the container.
You are. I didn't know if you had like spells or like some magical sort of thing that you wanted to utilize.
Not at the moment, no. I'm hoping that one of these. Actually, wait, hang on. Never mind. I'm going to quickly change my spells because I realize I have comprehend languages learned. I don't remember when I got that, but I do. So I'm just going to take that.
Hey, Innocent, can you do me a favor and look up comprehend? Oh wait, can you look up comprehend languages and tell me if it works for all language, even like personal stuff?
Comprehend languages. The duration you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. You also understand a written language that you see, which will be touching the surface on which the words are written. It takes about 1 minute to read 1 page of text. The spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or a glyph, such as an arcane sigil, that isn't part of a written language.
It's not part of a written language. It's shorthand.
Yeah, so the spell doesn't. So spell doesn't decode secret messages in a text or glyph that isn't part of a written language.
Well,
such as an arcane sigil.
But it is a written language. It doesn't translate like symbols.
It's not a language. It's a rune made by someone to indicate something to that one person.
Then it's useless.
It's a good attempt, but it doesn't work in this particular.
Only thing I got, so I'll just try that. And if it doesn't mean anything to me in any language, there's no way I can translate it. So I'll just have to go for it, and I'll just try and open one of the tubes and just try and effectively read the scroll.
Let me see here real quick. Okay. So when you open the scroll up, I imagine you're doing this very carefully.
Yes.
You open the screw cap. It's like a leather, or no, sorry, not a leather. It's a metal like screw cap, half turn, and it pops off. And you look inside, and you can see the scroll. It is made of some vellum or thick paper or something like that. It looks incredibly fragile. As you reach in to try to pull it out, you can feel that it is not structurally very strong, like crumbly even. falling off into shreds. I don't think there would be. Well, you're doing it carefully. I don't think there's any particular role here. Fuck it. So you take the scroll out and you discard it onto the ground very slowly, and you are able to open this scroll up. You can see what languages do you have? Common and Elvish. This is not in. Oh no, wait, you're.
Well, but I have comprehend languages. If it's a written language, I have it.
Hold on.
Well, I guess
No, it's written language. It's written language. One second. Let me. Fuck you, roll 20. Come on. Not Cali. I'm sorry, Lucero. Oh yeah, I didn't mention. I think I'm sick.
Oh.
Yeah, in real life. So I'm just a little bit out of it right now.
DM?
Yeah, no, I am. It's just like that impending doom of like I think I'm gonna be sick tomorrow.
You're getting the pre-sick jitters kind of deal.
Yeah, the something is not quite right. Okay, languages, Elvish and Common. You do not recognize this language. You have Arcana. You can either cast the understand languages, or you can roll Arcana for me.
If it's in a language he's not sure, then yeah, she'll
Comprehend. Yeah, okay.
cast comprehend language as a ritual.
Right. That works,
ritual spell, so I'll ritual cast it.
Sorry. It is Draconic, as is the standard magical language. A lot of like spell books and scrolls are written in Draconic. It's the original magic language. The first one that you have in front of you is Hold Person. So the scroll is of Hold Person. If you have this scroll in your hands, you can cast it as an action.
Excellent.
Now, can you give me a Knowledge Arcana check?
Knowledge Arcana.
These,
Nice.
yeah, good roll. Casting with the scroll is fine. It would be these are very, very delicate to cast like in combat. However, with the 21 Arcana, the case itself acts as a conduit. So you could keep the scroll in there as long as you have your hand on the metal container. You can cast it through that instead. These are uncommon magical items that are meant to protect scrolls so that they don't get like you hit by the fireball, your stuff doesn't burn in flame, or if you like fall in water, your scroll ink doesn't run and make you lose a bunch of money worth of scrolls.
Yeah. That is excellent. Okay, and that's just so now be for any scroll that's in there. So if at some point I do have to, use that scroll for
these do work. The icon that is on the lid, that someone put there, doesn't appear to be like magically infused. It's just like a naming thing. So the scrolls, the case themselves, can be used for whatever scroll you put in there.
Okay, good to know. So that's one. So I've got one Hold Person and 5 untranslated now.
Yeah. If you give me 2 seconds here, I can give you some really.
No worries. I'm in no rush for them because if I'm doing it carefully, I imagine it would take some time. So.
Yeah, but over the course of a day.
Also, I'm presuming that it follows a standard. If I do use the scroll
Yeah, so
for
when
something,
you set them, once you cast it, it disintegrates into nothing. Five. At 5, I'm looking for a decent 6th one. Okay. I'm going to message you
Sure.
what they are. Share these, if you want to keep it quiet. I believe. Let me double check. I believe that you can. All these are wizard. Percy Solfram is a wizard.
Pretty sure, yeah. I think maybe Disguise Self isn't, but hold on, let me double check. But no, the rest of them are.
If my memory of scrolls is correct, if they're at a level that you can already cast, you just use them. But if you use one above your level, you have to roll Arcana check, I think.
Roll Intelligence check, I believe.
I've never had anyone use scrolls in D&D 5th edition. Yeah, no, Disguise Self is a wizard spell.
Yep, all wizard spells. Fantastic.
Yeah, if a spell is on your a class's spell list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, you must make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine blah blah blah. A DC is 10 plus spell level. Yeah. These scrolls are valuable. The sheaths they're in are somewhat valuable. And you're good to go.
Yes, I am. That was all I needed.
Is there any other housekeeping that I have forgotten about?
Don't think
Like there
so.
was.
Sounds like a no.
Goes when there's a medical item. Maybe Sean has it. Sean Broy has it. Okay. You'll just give me 1 second here. I'm trying to get the particulars done here. That's great. Okay, I got it all set. Is there anything else anyone would like to do over the next couple of days? I think we went through Innocent with the potions and Lucira with scrolls. Madeline, is there anything you'd like to be doing?
Madeline would like to go into the forest.
Nosebleed Forest.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds good. What's your objective here?
She wants to go talk to Tree Man.
Okay.
And basically just tell him that they've moved in.
Okay.
Hi, neighbor.
So, you walk into the forest, and it is. You get the feeling it's different than you remember it. Like you're walking the same path, but none of the trees are the same. Everything is very colorful and sparkly, and lots of luminescent things. More so than you remember from last time. Yeah. It becomes even, it's even more clear that this is not a natural forest at all.
Okay.
And you walk in. Oh, thank you. You actually reminded me. Who was the one person that I think it was Callie? No, it was Lucira that told the tree man of the forest their name, right?
No,
No, I
that
think it
wasn't
was me.
me.
Okay, it was Madeline. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you very much. That's very helpful. Okay. Anyways, and the same thing happened last time that you're in the forest, where after you take a step over the edge of the domain, you can feel another presence in your head, something watching you and aware of you. And it's just quiet.
Yeah, so she'll call out. You say, "Three man of the forest."
And after a short pause, you hear in the back part of your brain a bit of a drilling, and it says, "Yes, Madeline, can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please?" Okay, really bad headache. There is a part of your brain that is expanding. Okay, anyways.
She'll go, what will she say? My party and I have returned. We have decided to set up camp nearby with several compatriots. I just wanted to inform you in case you thought we were an invading presence.
And you hear that same booming voice in your mind. It's okay. Well, thank you for letting me know. I don't really care what happens outside my forest, but if anyone comes in, I'll make sure to be friendly with them. Except the short one. Everyone else, though, is still welcome.
The short one is currently sleeping. Um, as you say, you only care about what happens within your forest. This might be a awkward question to ask, but we might require lumber to somewhat expand our settlement. Is there any particular part of the forest we should stay away from, or is there another forest nearby?
There's bits and trees out there outside my forest. You can get those all you want. I guess you can get some from my forest. That'd be really weird, though, because it's me, so you'd be building things out of me?
Would you still be able to communicate with us? Or would that be...
I don't know. Never had anyone do it before. I have a feeling it would be bad, but I might be wrong.
Well, I wouldn't want to cause any harm or discomfort, so we should do our best to avoid that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I've never had something built out of me. Yeah, you could try maybe a bridge. I wouldn't mind a bridge.
Well, I suppose we could see about building a bridge. We might discuss this another time, though. For now, we are only just setting up somewhere sheltered to sleep for the nights.
Okay. Be safe. There's lots of things out and about, so.
We should do our best. Thank you.
Goodbye.
And we shall talk again soon.
Goodbye. And you hear the click, and your brain stops swelling, and your nose is already like bleeding at this point.
So remember how you were saying before that there was like a line that we crossed where you kind of
Yes.
felt that presence?
Yeah.
Kind of along the path into the forest, I would like to mark that line out like with rocks. So that
Lucira already did that, and
Oh,
there
did
is
you?
no
Okay.
line. Yeah, there's no line anymore.
Ah, okay.
Like this is the same path, but nothing about the path is the same.
Right. The forest moves.
Madeline, you're from the southern. Let me go back to the damn. Oh, there it is. Transfer the map. If memory is correct, you're from the southern. Oh, it's really blurry. Is it really blurry for anyone else?
I believe.
And now it's fine for
Massively so?
me.
You're from here. I'm almost certain.
That's
No, that's Lucira.
me.
No.
That's
Yeah.
Lucira.
I think I'm from the northeastern area, is it?
Yeah, I know I'm from Yasensk.
Yeah, no, you're from Ryan's, and then Sean's character's from Colstrom. That's the ghoul place, the Utopia. And then I think Madeline and Callie are both from the March of Kaspersky. Actually, Madeline, you're from outside. No, you're not even from this area. You're from like up north. Now I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're north of the mountaintops. You're here.
I'm from the bigger, wider world.
Yeah, you're a foreigner. Yeah, you're like up north. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, this country is weird. Okay. Anyways, we're back.
Cool.
Okay. You walk back to the.
So I'd like to inform Pharaoh.
No. Before that happens.
Okay.
As you're leaving the forest, you can see the grass plane in front of you, but you don't quite get there. You're still in the forest. You hear. Actually, give me a perception check. Okay, 16. You notice it becomes very obvious because all the bird sounds stop very abruptly. And you stop and you look around and you look up, and the section of your forest that you're in is like heavily wooded. So even during day, like the middle of the day, it's sort of a twilight color. And you can see that there are these shapes above you, top of the canopy, right below the tree, the leaf. These shapes move around rather rapidly. Could you give me a knowledge nature check if you have, or what knowledges do you have?
History and Arcana.
It's gonna be hard. Give me a history check. No, you don't recognize these things. They seem like, what to say? They seem like tentacled monsters about small size or so. It's like if someone tried to make a small monkey out of tentacles and leather. And glowing yellow eyes. They look very strange. And you can see these things moving around the canopies. And as they're just moving across, like from right to left along, they look unnatural. They look predatory even. And as they are passing, one of them stops in the canopy, and they have these yellow eyes on them in random directions. But you get this distinct feeling that they're staring like directly at you, and there's some sort of level of intelligence here. but not like human level intelligence, but some intelligence, and it just stares at you for a second, and then they move on. Their tentacly leather appendages swing them along the trees, and they're gone.
Okay.
Only vaguely horrifying.
Well, they're obviously three man's friends. They wouldn't be in the forest otherwise. Yeah, that'd be another thing to inform Pharaoh about, or inform the party about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll continue on to the camp, and then kind of just whoever I encounter of the party, just kind of inform them of these things that if you're going in, just to keep an eye up.
Yeah.
And for Pharaoh, it'd be more just telling him basically what Tree Man said. Like,
Okay.
try not to get lumber from the forest, but if we are, we have to build a bridge.
Yeah.
Very,
Pharaoh.
very carefully and specially.
Yeah. Pharaoh hears that, and he nods. He's like, yeah, building houses out of fey wood is not a good idea. They don't really follow the rules of nature or reason or logic all the time. And maybe it's superstition, but the idea they could the spirits of the forest can listen through their trees. So if you build a house out of them, they could hear every conversation you have. So I don't think that'd be a good idea. Although if it's a friendly spirit, maybe. But let's be cautious.
That is a good plan.
We should have settled next to a normal forest. There are trees like scattered about. It's not too dissimilar from this picture you see here. It's just the trees aren't particularly like thick enough to build boards out of. But you got rivers, you got mud houses, I guess, if you want.
We have dwarves we make from rock and stone.
Yeah, no, the dwarves aren't happy about being here. They didn't sign up to walk through river bullshit. They're meant to be underground mining stuff, but whatever. This job's a job. They've been gone a couple days, but that was the plan. Like they're doing an expedition on their own. And the other people of the town have sort of settled in. Um, Bill and Ted, the woodsmen, are cutting down some of the trees in the area, and they're building a pretty basic fence like enclosure for the goats they have. Czar's helping them out. Czar the Furbolg is helping them out with that. And Erdov is the blacksmith. The Furbolg, sorry, the Bugbear blacksmith is setting up a rudimentary smith, including ability to turn the nuggets of iron into actual like usable shapes, melt them down, get rid of the impurities. It's very basic, but you get some nails and stuff like that and basic tools. So they're setting up pretty well and nice. Luckily, they already brought an anvil with them to plan this sort of stuff. But everything else is more or less like a hut built around their works right now. They're like rudimentary huts, but it's starting to take shape. Another day or so passes, and you all got stuff to do, but I don't know how to frame this. I imagine Lucier's like inside doing magical study stuff, and Madeline and Callie, I don't know you'd be doing. Just like to spend the day if you're helping out Bill and Ted, or if you're paying for gold or whatever. But in the middle of the day, you see, while you're outside, you see something start floating down the river And you can see it as a very large body, larger than a dwarf or Durgar. It is a humanoid shape, and it looks like a bloated ogre corpse, cut up pretty bad. Looks like it took a hell of a beating, and it is bloated up with rot, just floating down the river.
Hmm.
You guys want to do anything?
It seems as though the ogres are not quite as removed as we thought.
And was it? It's probably too decayed to know if it's been attacked by like big blades or smaller blades, whether it was other ogres or.
Well, it's in the middle of the river. If you want to take a look at it, you'd have to remove it somehow. Okay, well, shape water. What are you doing there?
Change the direction to flow it towards the bank so you can pull it out of the water.
Sounds good to me. Okay. So it does it's pretty buoyant, so it's pretty easy to move over. Big thing too, big old corpse, and you drift the water so it floats up along the corpse, and it's sort of there moving up and down in the wake of the river. Who wants to go and investigate?
I'll investigate, sure.
The rest of the town's like standing around, but a good 30 feet away.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Callie doesn't need to breathe, so he doesn't have to get the smell
Yeah,
of this
does
bloody
Callie
corpse.
have a sense of smell, or is
I
it
think
optional?
I think it's. Well, if he doesn't have to breathe, then I think it's just kind of optional.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. You just don't inhale. Sounds good.
Hmm.
Okay, Cal, you get up next to this thing.
Uh,
It is the gut is inflated. Most of the head is missing. Why don't you give me some sort of knowledge check? What would you like to do?
medicine?
Yeah, medicine works.
18.
The water has been really rough on this. It's cold water, so it's kind of preserved it, but still, it is in a much harsher level of decay than you would expect, unless the dwarves are really goddamn far up that river. Like unless they're a couple weeks up the river, this thing has been rotting for a while. And you know zombies. This probably was a zombie of some form, or maybe a ghoul or something, before it got completely murdered and sent downriver. You see, 18. You see a pickaxe. Like you see a bunch of injuries, but you see pickaxe injuries. The dwarves kick the shit out of this thing. Or the Durgar kick the shit out of this thing.
And they are upriver looking for the gold. So
They're looking for the gold. Yeah. So they killed this thing. But you don't know if that was the only one there, or if they got attacked by a bunch of them. This is the one that fell in the river.
yeah. Okay, I think I know enough now. Madeline, would you kindly use your magic to push it back down the river, please? Because I don't think we need it here anymore.
I'll just release the spell and let it keep flowing.
Okay.
No, it's on the riverbank. It's gonna stay there.
Okay, then
It's-
I try to roll it back into the water.
Oh, it lasts an hour. The spell lasts an hour. You can just have the water pull it out. It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I return back to. Is Pharaoh there amongst everyone gathered?
Oh yeah,
30 feet away?
yeah. Pharaoh's there. Yeah, Pharaoh's
Yeah.
just watching. Everyone's there. Everyone's watching.
Yeah. Well, it looks like our dear Durgar took out this seemingly undead. Was it an ogre? Did you say it was?
It was an ogre. Yeah.
An ogre.
Ogres were the natives of the area for um a couple thousand years, and they just disappeared.
this
That's-
seemingly undead ogre, and I think we should go check up on them, make sure they're okay.
Okay. That would probably be a good idea. I mean, they're tough. That's why we took them on this. Well, if they're in danger, probably head out. I think we're safe here for now.
We'll leave the halfling with you in case anything goes wrong.
No, you should take him. He's going to cause less trouble with you guys.
Very well.
A guy like looks left and right and leans in
No
close
one,
to Pharaoh.
no one wants him.
And goes like,
no one wants him.
he looks left and right, leans in closer, goes, "Do we have to?"
And the halfling disappears to reappear whenever it's convenient. Who knows what he's doing in the meantime?
He's just practicing. He's just really got a really good stealth roll.
Mhm.
I get it. I get his share for the time he's disappeared.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's go.
Very well. We shall keep an eye on the short miners.
There you go, 20. Damn it, I was hoping that would work. Never mind.
My God, nat ones all across the sky.
Man, these rogues, man, they're crazy stealthy. Okay, anyways, you guys head on up. How many days of rest you guys taken?
Infinite.
Infinite. You cannot move. You're over encumbered.
Oh no, because I don't need it, so technically anything's infinite.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Rations do I have?
Add your rations, guys. However much rations you think.
I have 14.
I think I sold
good
my
one.
rations at character creation.
That's pretty
Well,
fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There. Yeah, they weigh 2 pounds each, guys.
I have 10.
All right, 20 pounds of rations. 1 ration a day.
Cool.
We're not doing that half ration a day bullshit. It's 1 ration a day, or you starve to death.
Okay.
I eat 2 rations immediately.
Bulking up.
Yeah, gotta get those gains.
Pile on the weight now and then live off it when I'm starving and be fine.
Yeah, just
yes.
eat 20 pounds of food now, and you don't have to carry it. Because
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you guys all sorted for your equipment and stuff like that?
Yep.
Dwarves have been gone for about 4 days or so. So, I keep on dwarves. That's disrespectful. Durgar. Durer.
They're still
yeah.
dwarves.
They're just sort of looking around for gold and digging and surveying for gold deposits. So they're not going to be moving terribly fast. You guys should be able to catch up to them in a couple of days.
That sounds good.
Try out my coffee one time.
I know what Sean's character's doing. He's carrying around a magical coffee machine.
I think he just is the magic coffee machine.
Oh, I remember Strixhaven has the flask of infinite coffee, I think.
The most useful of any item in a school.
Yeah, bottle of boundless coffee, that's it. Okay.
I do want to mention this because I didn't mention it before. You guys can go back to the civilized world for stuff. You're not locked in this area. When,
We have a supply chain now.
When you get some enough money, spending money, and the town's like secure enough, you can go back to the countries where you guys came from, do some shopping, do some adventuring, whatever you want there.
How long is our contract here for?
I believe it's for a year. And it can be extended if you guys want.
Okay, fair enough.
You get a cut of the mineral wealth and stuff like that.
Holy shit! I just saw what I called the wand. Sorry. Past me was funny.
I'm current to use a
Okay.
fantastic audience.
Damn right I am.
You have a lot of possibly cursed things. Longsword, okay, I'm on to.
It's just the one
Oh
sword.
yeah, I see.
It's just
Yeah,
there's a 100 and 200 attack.
Things.
That's funny. I still want to. Okay, you guys head on northeast along the river. It is a beautiful day. As far as seasons go, summer's kind of sort of coming to an end. So a lot of the grass here is a lot of the grass away from the rivers is a bit starting to dry out. But along the river itself, there's occasionally like willow trees and stuff like that. And you see native life. I think you guys like walked in this general direction. You didn't go along the river itself. The river itself, there's like these little otter creatures that are jumping out of the water. Occasionally, they'll jump out like sort of fish do, and swim around the river at a very quick speed, jump out onto the land, and sort of look back at the river as though there's something predatory in there.
Okay. So something predatory for them, at least.
Yeah, they're small. They're little otter creatures and stuff like that. And your first day. Okay. They run. They do the same thing. They hop away from you as though you're predatory. Waters. Okay, great.
No, I thought you were going to say they pet me back, but
You come across your first campsite at the end of your day. Made good time. You can occasionally, as you're walking along, you find these dig spots, and they're multiple holes in a X sort of pattern, X-shaped pattern, like 2 feet deep. And it looks like the dwarves have been sort of surveying the area like that, taking a bunch of like samples to digging down, see if they can find gold. But as you come to your first campsite, and it looks like one of the Durgar, or it looks like the Durgar set up their own like I can't remember the name of it. Basically, a cover. You take tree branches with their leaves and you just like prop them up against a single tree or log.
A lean-to or something.
A lean-to. Thank you. A lean-to. A couple lean-tos. So you can just take a good campsite there. It's already made for you. You passed one of these earlier, so you're making like double time essentially from what they made. So you should probably catch up to them a day or two from now.
That's good that they're leaving a trail of survey sites.
Assuming they're still alive.
Yeah, well, you'll run into them if they're dead too.
Well, depends how much they were eaten. There might be nothing left of them.
Oh, yeah, true enough. Can you tell me what you're setting up here? Are you doing a fire or not? You guys are about 10 feet away from the river's edge, by the way. It looks like the Durgar already set up a fire circle with stone. Do you guys light fire as well?
question.
Sure.
Technically, none of us need to sleep, so
You do need to rest. You're right. You have to. Yeah, you have to rest and meditate.
Yeah, we have to rest. We'd have to sleep.
You don't have to sleep.
Okay.
You have to meditate. No.
Yeah, so like I have
If you
4
wanna do it-
hours inactive.
If you guys want to do it in the middle of the day instead of just like walk during the night, you can all see in the dark, can't you?
No.
No, Callie can't. Right. Okay.
So do we just need to take 4 hours instead of the 8 hours?
Well, mine is
Yeah.
4 hours. It depends on
Also,
if your character says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's 4.
Yeah, we're all 4 hours.
Perfect. We can have an extra 4 hours of travel time.
I don't think I've ever asked this before, but like, what is everyone's? So you're not sleeping, you're resting or whatever. Like, what does that look for each of you? You're not taking a nap.
I mean,
You're
the most
something else.
economical way of doing it is that we sit in a triangle around the fire, so we're each facing behind the other 2 people. So we have
Yeah,
perfect
like a-
visual coverage.
Yeah, just do the marine thing where you put your back against someone else, but it's like 3 people. But is resting for all of you sitting cross-legged and meditating, or
I just have to be inactive, so I can just pick a stance, I guess, and just not move.
that makes it sound like you
Yeah.
turn into a corpse?
entirely possible for them, really.
More so.
Falls over dead. 4 hours a night.
During
Yeah.
which you retain consciousness. So yeah, it's fine.
As a ghost that leaves your body.
Mine is essentially like a type of praying. I'd kind of find I wouldn't be sitting cross-legged or anything, but I'd have a sort of position that I would sit in, and then I would kind of be like praying, but
Okay.
like it would be like kind of a quiet chant that no one would really understand or be able to. Not that they couldn't comprehend it, but it just doesn't really make sense to hear
Yeah.
it. And then I just kind of fall into that rhythmically and for like the 4 hours.
Okay.
That'd be kind of my resting period.
And Lucia, you're hanging upside down from a tree or something, or
Could do. No, Lucius probably is more just like sitting cross-legged on the ground, or not like in the exact same pose or anything every night. Just it's nothing particular of relevance. It's just I'm just going to sit here, and this is where I'm going to be for 4 hours.
yeah, it's probably the whole thing's probably just to help your muscles sort of get rid of that acid they built up over the day. So just anything lounging.
Yeah, pretty much.
You guys eating your food. You guys setting a fire or no? It's a decent enough night. It's not too cold.
Yeah. Depends. None of us really need it, but might be good to have anyway.
Yeah. Okay, sounds like there was a fire.
Yeah, we'll start a fire. It's good.
Can we
Okay.
relight
We don't-
whatever fire they had before and just
Yeah.
save the setup?
So it's good.
Someone toss a fireball in there.
Can each of you give me perception checks for the night?
Terrible.
Only rolled a 2, damn.
Fuck off.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Rolls a 2, still fucking blitzes me.
Okay then. Over the course of the night, there does seem to be like wildlife in the river doing their own thing. Hard to tell what it is. Nothing gigantic. Maybe like, you know. So there's a lot of like stuff going on in the river, animals and stuff like that. But other than that, there's nothing like dangerous. The land around the river is fine. It's a quiet night. It's a nice night. Okay. 4 hours later, I imagine you guys set up camp pretty late in the night. So you guys are done with resting pretty early in the morning before the sun's up. Get up and continue on your journey.
Bit of food first.
Yeah.
If we're coming across wildlife and things, and are we like in a forested area or anything like that, or is it just plain still?
So if there are trees somewhat occasionally along the river, they're like willow trees. As you I haven't described this very well. So there's the river itself. River seems somewhat deep, about 10 feet deep in the center, and about 40 to 50 feet wide. It's a substantial river. It's flowing. There are what do you call them? I would say marsh willows. They're those reeds. There are reeds and willow trees along the edges of this, and they're all green. If you go out from the river about 10 feet, it's grass, small bushes, also green. As you go beyond that, it goes into dried tall grass and hills, rolling hills. So you can't see substantially far off the river because there's hills like right there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna assume there's nothing like plant life based, like that would be helpful in potions and things like that. Would there?
Not really here.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, if you want to spend some time, but no.
No, it's more like it on the way thing, but
On the way back, it's probably better we can spend time seeing how the Durgar are.
That's true. Yeah, we'll do them on the way back. Okay. Anyways, You guys continue on. Same sort of survey markers. And you guys are making really good time, especially since Durgar have to sleep. By the end of your second day, the sun's going down, and you. It is a somewhat windy river. Occasionally, there's a turn in the river, and you go around, and you can hear dwarven squabbling up ahead. They are very loud and very angry, just like dwarves frequently are. And you walk a bit further, and you can see that there is all. Do I have seven? I need to check this out. I think there's 7.
Yeah, I think you said 7 before.
I said 7 today. I want to double check because I don't want to kill some off accidentally.
There's 9.
I
You don't have
can't
to kill them off accidentally. You can kill them off on purpose.
I can't actually look at the character sheet for these.
Oh, really? Yeah, there's 9 of them. Oh, there's 9 names at least.
1. No white. And the 7
7.
dwarves. Okay, it's 7 dwarves, guess.
2 of the names are for the pickaxes.
Oh, wait, no, 1. I did 1.
You do give them names. I very much appreciate these names as well.
Yeah, but we'll do 9. I think I did 9 on accident. Then there's 9. Fuck it. And you can see the 9 dwarves all arguing with each other around the campsite. No fire. They're just being very loud. They haven't noticed you or anything outside their squabble because all of them are arguing with each other.
I'm presuming the argument will be in Dwarvish then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Occasionally you can pick up a curse word, but other than that, I don't think you need to speak Dwarvish.
Oh, but one of us has speak languages. Comprehend languages.
Yes, I would need 10 minutes to cast it.
Oh, it's a ritual. Okay, gotcha.
I'd have to ritual cast it, so
Fair.
Would dwarves be classed as animals? Because I'd be able to speak with them then, but
right. Technically we're all animals, right? Right?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know about you, but I think Lucero will probably just sit and sort of like lean against a rock or tree or anything that is vaguely close enough and just wait until they notice. Because we weren't like subtle or anything, or Lucero wasn't quiet in their approach. Just like, I'm just going to wait and see how long it takes them to realize that there's a possible danger here.
Okay.
I think Madeline will probably do the opposite, actually.
Aww.
Strides right up and is just like, hey, you're alive!
Yeah, Lucera, that could have taken a long time.
Yeah.
I think Callie would have
Wait till
gone
these-
with Madeline.
Okay. So, anyways, these dwarves are arguing, and Madeline, you walk up and say hi, and all the dwarves, Durgar, stop and look towards you, and then one of them looks over to one of the other Durgar and then tackles him while it's distracted.
Oh no.
Yes.
And all the rest of them start like pulling these guys apart. And
let them fight.
yelling at each other in Durgar or Dwarvens. Anyways, and that calms down. After a little bit of time, they're fully separated and like no more fighting. And one of the door. Come on, damn it! Roll 20. Help me out here. Okay, I fucking hate this. Hey, Toxie, where is the list for the damn dwarves? Because is there 9?
Yeah.
I thought I had this written down here, but I can't. Like,
I'll copy paste it for you.
Oh, yeah, I just did it.
oh, did I put it in Discord or something?
No.
No, it's in the friendly
Okay.
NPCs and bio and in group of Durgar miners, bio and info, list o names.
I just DM'd it to you on DM. Oh,
I know it's just bugging me that I can't figure out how to work goddamn roll 20.
It's in roll 20 as well. Why'd it come up twice?
Okay, I can't figure this out. I'll figure this out later.
The
Okay.
fuck?
Maybe it counts as a double enter, so it skipped a line or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll figure this out later. Okay, anyways, one of the older dwarves, one of the dwarves, the oldest, walks up to you. Oh, sorry. Walks up to you, Madeline, puts his arms on his hips, and says, "Well, we're glad you guys are here. Something wrong?"
Wrong? No, but a big dead rotting ogre floated downriver. We thought we should check on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. We kicked him in. Didn't mean to worry you guys too much, but yeah, we ran across some of them up here.
Some, so more than one.
Yeah, we burned the other ones.
Fair.
It's not good to leave undead, dead laying around. But no, we're fine. Well, we were.
Yeah,
We have an
just,
issue.
just imagine having an undead around.
He looks Cali. No offense. We have an issue up ahead, and we're just having a discussion about how to solve it.
That sounds like a bit more than a discussion. And she's just going to sort of gesture at the two that, like, actually kind of fight with each other.
The guy just glares at you, Lucera, and it's jerk our business.
Sarah, like, will give a shit-eating grin back because she doesn't care in the slightest.
Do you need our help with anything here, then, to solve
Well,
this discussion?
Okay, so here's the issue. We've been doing surveys, digging surveys with gold. How you do it is you dig along the riverside where you find gold, and as long as you're short, there's more gold up the river. As you go up the river, more gold, right? That means there's more gold up the river, even further. So we're just trying to find out where that mother lode is. So we need to go up the river. Problem is, around the bend, there's a thing, Hydra. Big old Hydra. And it's a bit much for us to handle. I think it's a bit much for you guys to handle, or all of us together to handle. So we're trying to figure if we should call it off or not, or if we should just go around it, or well, there's lots of issues. Here's the main problem. It is a big bitch, but it can hide in the river. So if we go around it and we continue along the river, well, it can just pop out of the goddamn river and eat us. So you see the issue? Or am I not describing it very well?
Such a Hydra will make a worthy foe for certain, but I agree that may be certainly a stretch. It is not one that will be done without losses.
Yeah.
Is
We'll see.
this a Hydra's lair or just a lone Hydra?
Well, we don't know where the lair is. That's the problem. It might be under. I mean, there might be a cavern underneath the water for all we know. It's not a normal Hydra. We think it has a bunch of these like armor isn't the right word because it's not proper steel or iron. It's some wood stuff but painted up. We think it was one of the pets of the ogres. But it's going around on its own. So it's a runaway. Maybe all its ogre owners are dead. I don't know.
Interesting point then, but it means it is not been too long then since it's run away. If it is still armored in them,
I don't know. They're
decorated at least.
It's the armor's like bound to it. It's not really good workmanship, so
Yeah, well,
maybe.
But still, could you not survey a little bit further away from the river then, at least for a distance, until we are likely to be far enough away from the Hydra?
Well, we could, but but the gold is coming from near the river. I don't know how far up north or how far up the river we have to go, but where the gold is going to be by the river. You don't really want to go surveying everywhere else. And he just like points general direction away from the river, left and right side, because like there's a whole shit ton of land out there.
But if we go continue past the Hydra, then and at least where we are fairly certain that they will not be hunting, and we dig by the river, then we can at least find out if it is further on than there or if it is closer to the Hydra.
Fairly certain. Well, okay, I'm not sure. I'm not fairly certain how large of an area Hydra hunts in, if that's the right word.
Would that
See,
be
my
a
worry is
would that be a nature or arcana? Just
I would okay. So hydras are magical beasts, but
Okay,
like they
magical.
are common enough. You can do either one. I'm fine with either of them. They're called monstrosities, so either one would work. Nature would probably give you like simpler one.
Yeah, I'll try. Can I try nature as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Fuck. All right. Wow, we all suck. 3 rolls, not a single one was above a 10.
Hydras are big. Hydras have a lot of mouths. They probably eat a bunch of food. It probably means a big area.
Would they have, say, specifically 7 mouths?
Could be.
Or
You
9
didn't
mouths?
roll well enough to tell.
Distraction! Here's a load of food. Quick, get it. It's eating.
Oh yeah, we only need a couple of rolls for us. So, yeah, well, that depends. We could certainly take the risk then, and hope that some of us could keep it distracted, or at least hurt it enough that it backs away. But I'm presuming that even from those rolls, we'd probably know something about Hydra. But actually, would we know about Hydra and regeneration? And
Hydras are pretty common. They're like unicorns. Everyone knows a bit about them. Even if
Cool.
the information isn't terribly correct. 7 heads,
Yeah.
cut a head off. They grow something back. Cut a
Cool.
leg off. They grow,
Yeah.
head back. They get more dangerous as they get injured. That's about all you know.
Grand.
They spit acid, and they have wings and can fly.
Some of them.
Yeah.
We call that Tiamat.
Theoris is like, well, so again, here's the issue. We kill it, or we like injure it, and it goes back in the water, it disappears in there. We can't go after it. And then we keep mining or surveying up the river, and it pops out of the river. We have no real heads up, and it eats half of us. So if we go around it, let's say we go 3 kilometers. 3 kilometers up the river. Is that far enough, or does the thing pop out of the river and eat us?
I mean, laws of nature, we do not have to make it impossible. We just have to make it more work than necessary to get us. If it has survived this long now, it will have a ready supply of food. We just have to make it that it is not worth getting us.
Flip side is that it
Beyond
thinks
that-
it's cornered and gets more dangerous.
Basically, we do not have to even fight it. But it depends. The question is what other option do we have at the moment? We could call it off and perhaps come back and exterminate when we are ready, but that could take some time.
Yeah, we could do that. I don't think that's going to make anyone very happy, though.
No, not really.
I think working together we can not kill it, but at least keep it at bay.
Yeah, the dwarves don't look very
Yeah.
Why don't you roll me a persuasion check there?
Oh, hells yeah, -1.
Well, he's not completely opposed to the idea.
That's as good as I could hope for.
Yeah, I'm sure we could
Yeah, but still, a fucking
Anyways,
Hydra?
we have no idea how to deal with this thing. With you guys here, maybe we can. I don't know about killing it. Scare it off. That just might make it mad, though. I don't know how dumb these things are. They have a lot of heads, so maybe they're smart enough to stay the hell away from us after we beat its ass in once. But I don't know about that.
Maybe not. Again, it's worth a try. The alternative is going back with little to show for the efforts, except for the knowledge that there is a Hydra around.
Okay.
I mean, again, okay, out of character. Yeah, what other options are there other than try? For
Well,
go and explore the hills. See that maybe we can find something valuable there.
have you tried negotiating with the Hydra? So they could dig up a bunch of hills and find nothing. Honestly,
Yeah, exactly.
The rivers are a big deal, like for gold mining for a reason.
Yeah, so like again, so there aren't really any alternatives other than we either
feel free to charge at this thing immediately or investigate further. That's like, I mean, basic D&D. Actually goes.
I mean, we could spend some time like watching it to see if we can get a pattern on how far it goes out.
Mm.
But we'd have to keep our eyes on it, and if it goes in the river, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
Also, I don't wonder. No, there's no way this thing would hunt the otters. That's too small a meal. Unless it eats a lot of otters, and if it's eating a lot of otters, then it's gonna deal with the numbers for the otters real quick.
It's like eating one of those little sample things in a shopping center when you're going to buy actual food.
Yeah, exactly. So useless and only really gets you to eat more. Fuck me, a Hydra though? Right, I
I
mean,
have a plan.
Hydras are
It rises
dangerous.
fast while it cannot see.
I mean, yeah, technically, this is true.
I have a role
Yeah.
question for Ryan. If I was to cast blindness deafness on the Hydra, it would only affect one head or all of them?
No, they have it's an entity, so it affect all of them.
Okay. Cool.
Something that doesn't require a save.
Oh.
Oh,
A
what?
knife.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
A knife doesn't require a save.
This was an attack roll. Is it darkness?
Somewhat, but no.
Okay. Interesting.
So, let me look at something real quick.
I think we should probably try and avoid it if we can, and just fight it if we can't.
Yeah, Hydra's deadly.
Yeah, that definitely is. Probably more a case of
No, actually.
if we does come up, just run, get away from it, and like run away from the river, and hope it doesn't chase us too far.
I know, we can animal handling it.
Not impossible, I guess.
I mean, it is feral, not wild.
It's actually an excellent point. Well, who knows?
Well, for now, all I can think of is just us buying the Durgar time to escape if it does show up. A survey.
all of it assume will survive. Yeah, I mean, again, I just don't think we have too many options at the moment beyond it. Like, either it's going to be hunting us down, but wait, or it's escaped around. If its captors are all dead, I'm presuming it probably means it's still fairly close to it, so there could be like ruins around. Whereabouts did you say you found these zombie ogres?
Not too far. So, down the river a bit. We've been stuck here with the Hydra for about half a day, maybe a bit more. But no, it's just south, not too far away from here.
So back towards our actual camp. Okay.
Don't know how long they've been zombies. Probably not terribly long. So I don't really know zombies all that well. But it wasn't like, bones with skin falling off. It was still a zombie.
Mm-hmm. Which means that
they might have a camp around here somewhere.
Then that's what I was thinking. There may be a camp around here, and if from what you're saying, the Hydra may be a pet or something to these ogres, perhaps they have had a means of controlling it. There are items and magical means to controlling creatures of that sort. Camp, perhaps they had it, and and these zombies are not likely to wander too far without reason, so perhaps it is close by. If nothing else, it is a better attempt than trying to fight a Hydra, I think.
I can't argue with any of that logic. I also can't say if it's true or not.
No.
No.
Yeah. If we do go out and fight the Hydra and we all die, then we gain nothing from this expedition. If we go back with empty-handed, then we gained nothing from this excursion. I'm confident in my martial abilities, but I am not a fool.
I like your plan much better than charge at it. Trail, yeah.
So, I mean, how far away is this Hydra now? Then is it?
It's right up the river.
So it's just up the river.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we're not standing next to the river at this point, because
no, we're about 120 feet away from the river.
Okay, cool. So I was going to say that would make you.
Yeah, no, they're up.
We just stood next to the river having this conversation.
No.
One of the Hydra heads comes in, like, "Here's my opinion on the matter."
Yeah, here's my opinion. Nom.
Oh, fuck no. Here's the problem. Hydras move 30 feet around. Dwarves do not. So they are good amount away.
It sucks to be dwarves, right?
Yep.
Imagine only having 25 feet of movement around. I mean,
what a scrub. But yeah, I think if there were zombie ogres around here, then they must have come from somewhere around here, and we know that. So whereabouts are we on the map? Sorry, now.
Oh sure. There's.
Okay, because if I remember right, this was the small
portal,
the prison,
Stonehenge portal.
Yeah, the ghost prison. The ghost prison that we kind of established is probably more like a supply depot or a camp or something. It's not like that's the main residence for somewhere.
Yeah.
So possible that there's
that wasn't ogre though. That wasn't
ogre. That was something else. But ogres could have been a prisoner at this point. Who fucking knows? Actually, no, because they would have known. Who knows? But it's a possibility that there's something more substantial around here. So let's say we just spend a day or so exploring in the hills and see what we can find. If we can find anything, hooray. If not, then we'd probably have to go back because fighting the Hydra is just not an option.
I mean, it's an option.
You're technically true. It's not a very good option, but it is an option.
Let's make new characters, guys.
I mean, I'm not about you guys. I can outrun it, so.
I got a spell that lets me nope out of there, so you know.
No, what we should do, we should all gather around. We should all send the dwarves at it, and then we should all just leave.
Yeah. You can all outrun the dwarves. It's fine.
We don't have to outrun the Hydra. We have to outrun the dwarves.
Oh no, I accidentally
Yeah.
put my staff between the legs of a dwarf as we were running. Oh no.
Whoops! Oh my bad. Clumsy me. Yeah. Well, so I think that's probably our best option is to explore around the area at the moment, see if we can find anything. If not, then the Hydra is a future problem.
Sounds good to me. Okay.
Everyone wants to agree or disagree or what?
I agree.
All the dwarves raise their hand. Agreed.
Okay.
We'll just stay here, I guess.
Okay. We should stay here. We shall have a look around and see if we can find anything. I would advise not going too close to close to the river in the meantime.
Yeah. Okay. All the Durgard go and find us a cozy place with some nice warm rocks and just lay on those. Okay. And you three, or four, if you're counting the 3.5. You don't know he's there. He's right behind you all the time. Go and wander off into the hills. Now, sightlines aren't great here because there's lots of hills. Is there anything in particular that you're looking like? Are you just wandering around like blindly, or is there some sort of cleverness here that you have to make your task easier?
What's the highest hill? And is there one that's higher than the rest?
Sounds good. There's a high hill.
There we go.
It's right over there. Okay, sounds good. It's about quarter day walk, whatever. Okay, you guys walk over there. Not terribly eventful. A lot of tall grass here. Occasionally you'll see a couple of those buffalo things. But mostly not much life out here. Anyways, you continue on, and you get to the tallest hill. It is a good third higher than the other hills around it. Can you guys give me perception checks, please?
Yes, we're fantastic at these.
That's one.
Well, Callie's good enough for all of you. Madeline did fine. You're looking around.
Listen, I'm the ideas person, not the seeing things person.
I'm the piss off all my allies, but just talking them to their face person.
Yes. Allies is a strong word, okay.
I got a participation medal.
Hey, listen, I'm still in third place. I still podium finished.
Okay. So you looking around, and a lot of the same scenery about, but you can see in the distance there's a hill that is a much darker color than the rest, black and stony, whereas everything else has grass on it. Probably a good spot to go to. It's half a day's journey there. It's a lot of ups and downs, hills, and you head on out to that area.
Yeah.
Sorry, coffee is not effective right now. Okay. Anyways, it's a short journey there, uneventful. And when you get to one of the neighboring hills, you get a better look at this thing once you crest over the ridge, and you can see that it has a blackness to it, almost like a Atari, a tar-like texture along the ground. It reminds you of that witch, the ghast. There's a ghast area north of the Nosebleed Forest. There is some bad magic going on here.
Ooh. Like the Deadlands, or essentially whatever they were.
Yeah.
This place.
Yeah, Deadlands is a good way to put it. But that's just the hill that's in front of you. If you want to spend time and walk around, you can get a better view of what's behind the hill. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, we need to keep exploring.
Yeah. Okay.
But honestly, it seems a pretty identifying landmark, and something's clearly going on.
Yeah, it's yeah. So
Yeah, carry on.
You walk around, giving it a good distance, several hundred feet distance. You're just looking, and around this hill, you can see that there is on the opposite side of that hill that was black tarred. You can see a village made of the huts are big. Everything's ogre sized. It's an ogre village. The huts are made of a mixture of mud and grass and probably like dried shit to make a mortar. It's not a great place. You can see there's a large totem in the center. Someone took a big ass tree, which is kind of impressive because you look around, there's no like big trees. And they brought a big tree and carved down the trunk and put imagery into this thing, in this totem, and it's in the center of the town. And you can see up the hill a little bit is this sorry, one second. Sorry, a bubbling spring of water. It actually is like bubbling out, and it pulls down and goes right past the village and like settles down. And there's a small little pond at the bottom. And even from here, you can like smell. Ogres are not known for their ecological cleanliness, and they've been just like letting their shit flow downhill into the pond. But
Up
the
shit
village
creek without
itself,
a paddle, one might say.
Boo! Boneheads, make him take psychic damage.
yeah.
I'll just take a death save.
The village itself appears unoccupied.
I don't like that he
and
said
abandoned.
I don't like that he mentions that it appears that way and not that.
I'm a DM. Everything appears to be.
I know. I still don't like it though. Anyway, okay.
I would like to occupy it.
This is our village now. Also, why are we setting up a small village? There's a village here. Let's go and just take it and go, hey, I know we just built 2 buildings, but there's an entire village over there.
Yeah, you just set up a base here and I'll get cholera. Great.
Hey, listen, the caster just needs to get cure disease and we're good.
So I have some bad news. I have 2 pieces of bad news, guys, actually. One, the sun is starting to set because you've traveled all day to get here.
Yeah.
And 2, thunderclouds are coming in. They're blowing in from the northeast.
Right, so further up the mountain, essentially.
Up the river. Yeah.
Oh yeah, river, sorry. River, mountains, hills, whatever.
Shelter in the shit huts.
It's not called shit hut, it's called wattle and daub.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm assuming we're too far away from like any kind of shelter. Otherwise,
Could contact the dwarves, see if they want to come over here as well for shelter.
it would be like if it's effectively been like a day's walk for us, it's going to be 2 days for them.
Day and a half, yeah.
Like at least a day, so they're not getting here in time for that. So either we stick it out in the rain, or we risk whatever is in the village.
I say we risk the village.
Sure. What?
Shit huts.
Yep. Is Madeline? Are you also saying we risk the shit huts?
You see her chanting shit.
All right. Let's go. Let's just keep going.
Poop homes, poop homes, poop homes.
Let's do it. Let's go in there. Let's fortify a location, and we'll ride out the zombie horde.
Sounds good.
What's the worst that could happen?
So they're like, it's dug out on the side of a hill, so you have to like go down a bit from here up and then up into the village itself. Who's going first?
Yeah, well.
Sure. Okay.
Madeline's first, and how far back do the rest of you guys?
I'll be
You all
right
go
there.
together.
I'll be right there with her.
Okay,
you're all going together.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You all go together.
Ride or die.
Yeah.
Particularly the second one.
You enter the village, and it looks pretty good size. There's about like 20 to 30 huts here. A substantial like ogre clan family. And nothing attacks you as you stand in the middle of the town. There's lots of ogre huts. They don't really have doors. They just have like entrance. They don't have like doors. They have doorways and open entrances. Not a lot of privacy. And this place smells god awful. Yeah. What would you guys like to do? There's the spring. There is the totem, and there are the huts.
Can I ritual cast detect poison and disease from the spring, please?
Sure. Yeah.
Or well, I think it is a general area, but my focus is on the spring. Yeah, within 30 feet of me.
Let's see here. Okay. Within 30 feet. Okay. There is. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. There's lots of disease. There is specifically cholera.
Hey.
Do not drink from this water. Do not bathe in the shit pool. Don't touch anything with your hands.
What's causing the source of cholera from a fresh spring?
Well, it's all the shit now. So.
I thought the ship was downstream.
I thought you were saying they let it go into the spring.
You know, give me a knowledge nature check.
Is that? Yeah, I think that's for them specifically.
8.
There's shit water not that far away. Shit water mixes with fresh water, makes shit water.
Okay.
Even a spring.
Hey guys, don't drink the shit water.
I was not planning to, but good to know, I guess.
I would like to go into each of the huts and touch anything that might possibly be cursed.
If you get
at
enough
where my
curses, they
bones.
cancel each other out.
Yeah,
You enter the first hut. There's a loincloth.
sounds cursed to me.
What would you like to do?
Where is it positioned? Just on the ground, or is it hanging up? Or
It's just on the ground. I don't think they have a hamper.
oh, okay, then I'll ignore it.
Okay.
Look for a hamper. I mean, yeah. Basically, I'll just search through, and if I see anything that kind of
Okay.
looks,
Madeline is searching the huts. Callie is looking at the spring, right?
Mhm.
And Lucille, what are you up to?
Well, there's only one thing left in town, so I'm going to have a look at Totem Pole, and I'm going to take a guess that it's probably going to match the Styx boundary we saw at the edge of the Deadlands.
I don't know
Be
about
similar enough.
I don't know about match, but yeah, like the icons themselves are like same language.
Yeah, I'm going to see. Does it?
It is a language. You can cast your spell founding.
Oh, cool then. Yeah, I guess I'll comprehend the language of that. And yeah, I guess Ogre is a language. When did I even get this spell? I don't remember having it.
You just wake up. When did I learn that specific arcane technique?
It was on this page. The pages were stuck together. I couldn't find it. It's like, yeah. Also, I'm curious. Yeah. First things first. No, actually, you know what? Comprehend languages first. Arcana comes later. Yeah, I'll ritual cast comprehend languages then.
Okay.
Is Discord dead?
Oh no, sorry.
Okay.
My fatigue's starting to wear out my brain. I can keep going though. Okay. Let's see. This totem is their personal history, like the clan. It explains like the clan name is the Earth Clan, IRTH, Earth Clan. And it talks about how they are the strongest, and that their spring is a gift from their god. Let's see. What is an ogre's god in 5e?
Poop god.
Vaprak. Vaprak. Poop god. And it gives them good water. And it is how they're the best. They don't need. And it describes their fights and victories over other clans. The how to fucking say this properly? It looks like there's a lot of like fights with local clans. It basically lists off the local clans around them. Where's my brain? Come on. One moment. I think we're gonna end shortly after this. Like, 10 minutes. We're gonna go like 10 minutes, then we're gonna end it.
No worries.
Cool.
Quick, think of as many complicated questions as possible.
So it's as a language, ogre isn't that complicated. So it's like hieroglyphics, but like not complicated hieroglyphics. So like Earth Clan is they're like bubble spring on a hill, but like that's part of their language. That's what it means. It has icons of other clans, and it shows them killing a hydra. Like one of the battles, one of the clans they fought, they killed a hydra, and it shows the battle taking place next to the river. And that's like them describing them beating the shit out of River Clan. Ooh, Earth Clan best.
Right, so River Clan fought a Hydra, and then Earth Clan killed River Clan.
Yeah, looks like. They don't really go into much detail. They won the battle. Their best. There is other stuff in here about like evil, bad spirits here, and ogres beat them too. And that makes them like the owners of this land. Is they beat up the old owners, and it doesn't really describe them very well, but like the things that keep coming back, they squash them and beat them, and they're the best.
Well, it seems as though they are certainly not the strongest anymore, if this is any indication. But it appears that it does not seem as though we are in the right place. If we are looking for something to help deal with the Hydra, then perhaps it is with the River Clan or River Tribe. But I'm going to guess it's not going to go into depth on whereabouts River Tribe was, unless it's like there's a rudimentary map of some kind.
River.
Great.
River.
Yeah, but you know what else is at the river?
Hydra. Well, there may be an overlap of reason here that River Clan is at river because Hydras are at river, and River Clan has Hydras.
Yes, except for that I was really hoping for something to help deal with the Hydras. Except
maybe something at River Clan.
Yes, but we can't get to the River Clan because the Hydra is there.
It's a conundrum.
It is.
I know what we do is we build a bridge. I have no power other parts of this plan.
I mean, it just means we'll have to go closer to the river, and if the Hydra does happen, because I'm presuming that we'll probably be able to find the village or whatever hopefully before the Hydra finds us, and then we can explore there, and then we deal with the Hydra if and slash when it happens.
Well, good.
But also, there's this extremely ominous black hill nearby as well.
When you say nearby, you're standing on it, dude.
Oh, it was actually this hill, was it? Okay.
Yeah, the whole area is tainted.
Oh, right. I thought it was like a hill, and then we went around that.
No, the hill
village.
is. I'm a little bit lightheaded, so I might not have described it too well. But no, the hill is like the
Oh,
whole
okay.
area is tainted.
Oh, right.
There's no gas or anything. Your sword didn't glow.
Yeah. So there's no undead around. You know,
Well-
we never actually found the range on that, did we?
No, we didn't.
Gally, I need to find the range on this. Hang on.
Kind of take a step forward, and it's about 30 feet range.
Oh, okay. So we know they're not within 30 feet. Good to know. But yeah, as awful as the smell is, probably not a bad shout to take shelter here for the night.
Yeah, thundercloud's coming in.
Yeah, exactly. So take a
Am
shelter.
Am I allowed to
Well,
change
maybe-
my spells at the end of this night?
Yeah, it's a long rest.
Did I find any cursed items in the huts or anything of interest?
You know what? Hold on. Let me pull up something right now.
Cursed in the magical sense or cursed in the societal sense?
I mean, everyone's been cursed by something so far, so like, I thought it was just my turn. That's all.
What are you talking about? I'm perfectly curse free.
There's the walking corpse.
Yeah. Not a curse.
Curse this mortal plane.
No, you don't find anything.
Okay. Did I at least find the cleanest hut? The least smelly hut?
Yeah, there's one that's up the hill a bit more, and it's away from the others a bit more, and yeah.
Dibs on this one.
I'm sure it's big
As-
enough
as
for
an-
all of us.
Yeah, one bed, and it is big enough for all of you, but you don't use beds,
Yes.
so it has some rocks. You sit on some rocks.
A brog like rock.
Said dibs, okay?
There's
The sacred lore of dibs. Okay.
there is 3 big rocks around a thing. It's a pile of colorful stones, and you look at the colorful stones, and that's ogre entertainment. Okay. And pretty quickly, within like half an hour, the rain starts falling, and it is it's pretty thick rain, and I think we're gonna end it right there.
Fair enough.
Cool.
And I'll get next session prepped, and we'll be all good. And we'll have all 4 of us.
Sounds good.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yep.
Okay, cool.
Right,
I'm gonna
Travis.
go and I don't know.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
I
the session, Ryan.
Absolutely. Hopefully next time I'll do better.
No worries. It's nice to come back.
Yeah. First session's back from a break, always rough. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Well, it's out of the way now.
Cool. I can't wait till you guys have to fight a Hydra.
I was actually
Yes.
sitting down to this session and going, what character was I playing?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I know. I was going through my entire last night. I was just trying to remember everything I possibly could about this.
Oh, cool.
Right. Right. I'm so happy to play. It was fantastic. Nice to come back.
Yeah.
I am very hungry, so I'm going to drop and make some dinner.
Adios, guys.
Cool. Take care.
See you all next week.
This is you.